So very good morning to one and all present over here. My name is Prateek and I hope you all are doing great. So today I am going to present a very small and interesting topic from MHA 701. The name of the topic is Management by Objectives. So before proceeding towards the slides, we'll basically first let us understand the term management and objective. So anyone, could you please tell me what do you understand by the term management?
Management is the planning, organizing, controlling, coordinating in an organization.
Yes, absolutely correct. So let me just give us very small simple language about management means managing the resources. Resources could be human resource, financial resource, or equipment or material, tools. So managing the resources means management. Now talking about objectives, before knowing the objectives, some questions should be framed in your mind like why, reason, purpose, what you want to achieve, what's the aim, mission, vision. So you are aware of the terms mission and vision. So anyone, would you like to give highlight on mission and vision?
Mission is generally in terms of an organization. It is basically why an organization exists, and vision is basically the pathway of how the organization is gonna achieve that mission of theirs.
Yes, you are absolutely right. So basically, the mission states that why a company exists in the market, and the visions means where do you want to see yourself after some particular period of time, in short. So all these terminologies will lead to create an objectives. We will see about objectives more in detail. Let's move into the slides. So this is a scope slide. You can read it out. So the objective of the session is, by the end of this session, you will be able to understand what is MBO, steps and process of MBO process. You will understand why organization adopt MBO, means in this we will understand the importance and need of MBO. Identify different types of MBO. Advantages and limitations of MBO. And at the end we have a group activity. So starting with the introduction, what is MBO? So the term MBO, the concept of MBO was introduced by Peter F. Drucker in 1954. So basically he was a father of he was the author. He has written a book, Practice of Management. So in that he mentioned this concept, MBO means management by objectives. As per the definition, it is a method where manager and employees set goals together. It is also a management strategy where managers and employees set joint goals for overall organization. It focuses on measurable, achievable, time-bound objectives, also known as SMART. Now, you have heard the word SMART, so anyone know what is SMART?
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Specific,
Measurable,
measurable,
achievable,
achievable,
relevant,
relevant,
time-bound.
time-bound. Okay, so to understand SMART, I'll take an example to explain to the SMART objectives. Hotel aims to increase the overall guest satisfaction rate from 15% to 25% within one year. I repeat the scenario. Hotels aims to achieve the overall guest satisfaction rate from 15% to 25% within the span of 1 year. So, is my objectives fall under SMART objective? So specific. The main specific is here is guest satisfaction. Is my objectives is measurable? Yes, because I am using the statistics 15 to 25%, which is yes measurable. Achievable. Is my objective is achievable or not? Yes, it is achievable. Not directly jumping to 100%, but small objectives can. There is a high chance of success that we can achieve. So yes, it is achievable. Relevant. Do my objective is relevant? Yes, it is relevant because it is a fundamental right or duty for the hotel staff and employees to improve the guest satisfaction. So yes, it is relevant. Time bound, yes, it is time specific within the 1 year of span. So my objective falls under SMART objectives. MBO enhances communication since it requires teamwork, gives clarity about how to perform tasks, what to carry out, and performance. Coming to the process of MBO. So there are basically 7 or 8 processes. You can read it out.
Setting organizational goal, then setting individual or departmental objectives, then joint goal setting, developing action plan, implementing action plans, monitoring performance, performance evaluation and feedback, rewarding achievement.
Thank you, Srishti, for reading out. Now I'll tell each steps in little detail. So the first step starts with setting organizational goal. Basically means setting an overall goal for the organization. Deciding what company wants to achieve, setting goals, targets comes under setting goals, organizational goals. It is done for the overall unit or overall organization. Then second step is setting individual and departmental objectives. It means setting our personal goals also as well as departmental goals which supports the organizational goals. The goals should be made in a way that supports the main organizational goals. For example, taking the same scenario that hotel wants to increase guest satisfaction rate. Not talking about departmental objectives, I am taking example of housekeeping department. Housekeeping department aims to increase the unconditional and high level of service without compromising the quality of the work by reducing the cleaning time to 25 minutes. So it is here also they are also focusing on the main goal, which is guest satisfaction. The third step is joint goal setting. In this, the manager and employees sit together and create a goal for the overall organization. So basically 3 objectives. One overall objective is made in the organizational goals, then personal and individual and departmental objectives made, then a joint objectives or goals is made, and then comes the fourth step, developing the action plan. Now you have to step by step create a procedure, protocols, guidelines to implement those implement those goals
Into action.
yes. And the last, and then implementing the action plans. Now what you have planned, implement, make it into work, and see the performance. Monitoring, implementing plans, done. Monitoring the performance.
Reviews, meeting.
Check if the staffs are doing according to the set standards or they are able to achieve the target or not. Comes under monitoring the performance. Now performance evaluation and feedback. Now based on their performance, based on their work they done as per the standards or not, the feedback is given by the manager in the meetings or in the events. Okay. Town hall events in hotels we usually have. So performance is showed, how employee is working, And the last step is rewarding achievement. Means rewarding the person who has done the best performance by rewarding them with performance appraisals, bonus hikes, employee of the month awards, etc. Hope you have understood the process. Any doubts, so you can ask me. Shall we move forward?
Yes.
So before moving to other slides, do you think MBO is essential for any kind of business or any organization?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Because goal होगा तभी तो achieve करेंगे.
Yes, that's the right. Goal होगा achieve मतलब goal है, aim है, reason है, then you are only capable to achieve that your target achievement of goal. If you don't have aim, objective, goal, then there is no reason for your existence. Then you should pack up and move. So yes, it is very essential to make objectives. To understand this, we have to understand need and importance of MBO. So first is clarify roles and expectations. Since everyone has to achieve one common goal, so role is exactly clear. Clarifies it basically clarifies the role and responsibility of each employee to achieve that single goal, organizational goal. Then improves coordination between teams, group discussion and all will make improving coordination. Enhances motivation through involvement. Since everyone is involved in making group decision and objectives. Promotes measurable performance through performance appraisal, through encourages continuous improvement. Ideas, innovations will lead to continuous improvement. Align individual efforts with organizational goals. It will also help in personal development and as well as in organizational development. Gives clear direction. Since objective is the reason why do we create objectives, just to give a clear roadmap that what do you have to achieve in your life. Improves productivity. If you have any doubt in any points, you can ask me.
No doubts.
No? Now comes the types of MBO. So basically there are 4 major types of MBO. The first is strategic objective, tactical or departmental objectives, operational objectives and developmental objectives. Strategic objectives. So strategic objectives is usually your aims for the overall organization or overall unit. It is a long-term goal set by the top level management for the overall growth and direction of the organization. Talking about the feature, it is future focused, basically made for 3 to 5 years for a smaller unit, and if the organization is large like 5-star hotels, it may go to up to 25 years. Big picture goals. Here big picture goals means overall organization. Set for 3 to 5 years as I have said, and 25 years, still go to 25 years if large organization. Example, expanding businesses into new cities, become the most preferred hotel brand in the region. It may take time, so you have to create objectives in a way so you can achieve these goals. Next term is tactical or the departmental objectives. Now, as the name says, departmental objectives. Each department will create their own objectives that should align or match with the strategical objectives. It is a medium-term goal for each department that supports the main strategic objectives. Now, features set by the middle management, specific to department. Every department creates their own objective. Time frame 1 year or less than 1 year, or it may changes due to any circumstances, like when talking about the hotels, peak seasons may change or during clean season and vice versa. Examples, F&B department aims to reduce food cost by 5%. Marketing team plans to run 10 promotional campaigns in a year, like that. Operational objectives. Now, as the name says, operational objectives means it is related to day-to-day work. It is a short-term or day-to-day goals that ensure smooth routine operations. Very specific, made for each and every individual tasks. As said, daily, weekly tasks. Done by lower level or the operational level staffs.
Associates.
Example, completing the room cleaning in 25 minutes per room. Ensure zero stock out of essential kitchen items daily. So these come under daily day-to-day operations. Objective is made every day for each and every task. Now this is little different, that is developmental objective. Now this is not related to the organization or any department, but it is related to the employees who work in this department, in the organization. Goals related to employees' growth, personal growth, skill development and organizational improvement. Features, it focuses on learning and growth of the individual or the employee. Improving the future performance, helps in improving the future performance. Can be for employees or the organization. In this we can provide training and all. Examples, conducting leadership workshop for supervisors, skill steps with new training using techniques and all, with the help of workshops and training. Now, advantages and limitations of MBO. Advantages, it encourages employees' participation. Since objectives cannot be made by a single person, everyone's involvement is needed to create objectives. Improves communication and teamwork, easy to understand. Enhances productivity through clear targets. If the target is means there is a set target, so you can work accordingly so that you can meet the targets. Objective evaluation of performance. So the performance is evaluated based on your performance. How did you perform? So it helps in evaluating the performance. Better planning and control, since it creates a basic roadmap that how will you achieve that objectives. Now coming to limitations, if there are advantages and there are some limitations too. Time consuming process, yes, it requires n number of n time, like from planning, organizing, understanding the need and all will take the time. May ignore qualitative factors. Here it is as said, objective should be specific, measurable. So generally focuses on numbers, not on to explain this I'll take the example, like front office associate has achieved a target of taking 20 check-ins per day, but his performance is evaluated based on their skills but not his own personal traits, his personal efforts. So qualitative factors may ignore, like उसका personal traits कैसा था, उसका friendly nature था, वो सब ignore किया जाता है. Requires continuous monitoring, yes, it is a never ending process, so monitoring is required every time. Not effective if organizational culture resists participation. So sometimes we have some organizations where only boss can lead there is no participation of employees. So this can lead to demotivation in employees or maybe creating confusions that what we have to do. So not effective in organizations, culture resists participation. And last, not useful if goals keep changing. So the goals should be very specific and should not change regularly. Goals should be only एक ही होना चाहिए goal. If the goal keeps changing, then it will lead to confusion that what we have to do in the company. Do we have to focus on this goal? Do we have to focus on this goal? So goals should be concrete. Do not change. Should not change. Now it's time for activity. So activity is very simple. Creating smart objectives. Before that, do you have any questions regarding what is smart or how to objectives? Any questions? So we can proceed. So guidelines about the activity. Divide yourself into two groups from Akansha to Shreyasri, group A, Pavit to Ojasvi, group B. Each member select a role: manager, supervisor, associate, employee.
That's it.
choose any one department like sales, HR, operations. You can also take marketing, and you have to draft at least 2 or 3 smart objectives. Smart objectives, like it should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. And you have to present among yourselves. Any one of you, or you want to give in group or individual, can also share only for 1 to 2 minutes. So you have, each team have 5 minutes. You can decide among yourself, and then you can present. It's 10:10. We can start after 10:15. Let me give you one example, like how you can do. Marketing team must increase social media presence. So what are the possible smart goals here? Increase Instagram engagement. That is specific, means you have to only focusing on Instagram presence. Engagement rate from 5 to 10%, as it is measurable as before said, within 60 days, specific and time. So like that, you have to create at least 2 or 3 smart objectives of any of the department, and you can share among yourselves. Any questions? You have 5 minutes.
डिवीजन तो प्रॉपर कर देता है उसमें 8 उसमें 5 लोगों के डिवीजन तो प्रॉपर कर देता है क्लास में
श्रेया ने रहा
8 उसमें 5
चल श्रेया से लेके यहाँ तक ग्रुप बी. You can use internet power.
So हेल्प हो जाएगा कि हम लोग
चलो ये बता
So let's continue with the activity, starting with the group A.
So एक F&B outlet है which is doing a sale, monthly sale of 10 lakh rupees, monthly sale है उसकी. So the management has decided to push the sale, and this they have done by implementing smart goal of pushing it to 15 lakhs. अब they need to improve sale. अब sale के लिए APC भी बढ़ाएंगे. So अभी current APC चल रहा है 650 रुपए, तो उसको भी boost करके 850 करने का. This is what they have implemented for smart goal. So it is specific कि the value is 15 lakhs and 850 APC. Measurable हो गया क्योंकि quantity is defined. Achievable क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा expectation के साथ we have not proceeded. We have just started with small steps. Relevant because it will eventually boost the sale, and time bound means it needs to be done within the next quarter.
Okay. Any other objectives you have, friend, or? Okay. Now it's time for team B.
So we have taken HR for this, and as we all know that Christmas is coming, so at this time, at this holiday period, generally the sales and the revenue is quite high, so we have to decide and plan accordingly for this Christmas period. For that, like for specifics, as we know, many hotels and restaurants, they provide many offers and discount rates for the people, so we will be planning accordingly, we will be staffing accordingly. Then in terms of measurements, we will make sure the employees and the staffs are attending all their shifts, and we will manage their offs. And achievements, we will be making sure that all the budgets that of the organization are being achieved. And in terms of time bound, we will be making sure that since 31st is the year ending, so we will be making sure that by the timeline we are able to achieve all the goals of the organization.
So a very huge round of applause for both the teams for the participation in this activity. Well done by the both the teams. So coming to the ending of this unit, summary and conclusion. MU means setting goals together, setting a smart goals. Goals should be clear and measurable. Helps in better planning and performance. MU improves teamwork and results when goals are realistic and regularly reviewed. MU is collaborative, goal-driven management approach based on joint setting, monitoring, and evaluating objectives. It helps in aligning the individual performance with organizational success. When implemented effectively, MBO improves performance, accountability, and motivations. So these are the references. Thank you.